Hello, welcome back to AG Engineering. It's been a while since I've done a video. It's been quite busy at work recently, and there's a lot of other things going on, but I should have time to fit this one in. I've got a few footrests here from Norton. There's the original one with a serrated casting or forging there, and what looks like a brazed in shaft for the footrest rubber to go onto. We've got some castings here, forgings, sorry, and they're threaded internally. I think these are probably an older version on the end there, so they're all threaded. So I've measured the bar up. This is just refresh my memory, 9/16 bar. I won't see that. In the video, and we've got some 9/16 green at the end, so that's the M1A. So that's free machining, mild steel there. So we'll go for some pieces at 5 inches long. Yeah, we'll do 5-inch pieces. We'll set up and chop them off ready, and then find out what thread that is in the end there, and get to the lathe and make 3 shafts up. So see you in a little moment at the bandsaw to cut this stock up. Okay, I've set up in the bandsaw for the first cut. I don't know if I've shown this bandsaw on video before. This is a replacement for the old Axminster one, which was one of the smaller sort of hobby type ones. The Axminster one was very good, gave me very good service, but I was in the market for something a little bit bigger, and I bought this earlier in the year, and so far so good. It's got a little bit of a coarse blade in it for cutting this 9/16 stock, but we'll get it chopped off and get the bits ready. Good thing about this is it's got hydraulic down feed, so you can control it nice and slowly. And obviously as well, it's got the flood coolant on it. So 2 more like that, fine. The auto cut off comes there. So quite nice to use this one. Getting a little bit closer. That's it, next bit, we'll be back in the workshop in a moment. Right, I've had a look at the thread on these, and I've run a tap through that one, and they seem to be 7/16 20 or 7/16 UNF. So we'll just clean the threads up on these other couple. just a little bit of paint and rust in there. It's going in, the tap's going in quite easily. Just taking out that bit of crud. So these must be quite late footrests then. I think it was it the Atlas that was still going later on. I went to Unified. Like obviously Commandos were. I'm just trying to think back to my motorbike days, which is a while back now. I used to work in a British motorbike shop, but I'm afraid memory fades quite a bit. Okay, so that's cleaned up. We'll get set up in the lathe with these, and I think initially what I'll do is just clean up one end and put the chamfer on, and then we'll turn them round and put a plain portion on to go in that section, and then thread them. Probably whether I'll screw cut them or do them with a tailstock die holder. We'll see when we get there. Back in a moment. Right, for this job I put the 3-jaw chuck back on. So we'll put a bit of board there to protect the bedways. A tip from John Mills, double boost. Very good idea. Into a high gear. This is an L0 taper fitting chuck on a Colchester student lathe. So we undo the back ring, undo the collar. You can see that. Undo this collar, and that pushes it off the taper. Get rid of that one. Clean up my taper. Make sure we've got no crud in there. Just give that nose a wipe out as well. And waffle my 3-jaw chuck. Same there. Wipe it out. With our threads, a bit of a brush off. I've had this chuck on for a while, so probably covered in a little bit of stuff. A little bit of oil on the nose there. Spread around a bit. When I first got this lathe, this original 3-jaw chuck had obviously been on it a long time and never been removed and never been oiled, and it was a hell of a game to try and get the chuck off without causing damage. Got there, but when they stick, they sure do stick. So if you've got a lathe with a similar fitting at home and don't tend to remove the chuck, I probably would suggest that even if you don't need to change it, you do every now and again just take the chuck on and off, clean it up and re-oil it, refit it, so that in the future you don't get the same problem as I had with mine. That's it, that's the chuck swapped over. Speaking of John Mills, if you're watching this, John, I did have a t-shirt off you, thank you very much. It's far too posh for wearing in the workshop. I'll do a modelling of it one day, but I'm not going to be stood in here in winter with it on, it's too cold. So best of luck with your plans for America, and best wishes to Deb's dad and the family. Find the chuck key. So we'll start off by just cleaning these ends up. I could have left the bar long and put it through the tail, through the headstock, but fed it through and then chopped it off. But long bars tend to whip a little bit inside the headstock when you're turning them. So unless there's some valid reason why you need to, I was going to chop them off to roughly the right length. I know years ago when I sort of first started using lathes, I did make the mistake of putting a long thin piece of rod in one. Switched it on, it was sticking out the back end of the headstock there, unsupported, and within a matter of seconds it had bent itself to a right angle and scraping itself along the floor. So I won't make that mistake again. So that was a long time ago. It just shows occasionally you forget to think about things. Right, let's get the camera sort of angled right here. Get some light on the job. Set a speed up. That'll do for that. And we should be good to go. On this lathe, as I've said before, it's got, as well as the normal gear control on the head, it's got an inverter drive on it, so I can switch it on like that and then just turn the speed up slowly. When it hasn't been run for a while, it's probably been a month or more since I've run this. As I say, we're being busy with other things, so I'll just give it a steady start up just to get the oil around the gearbox, especially with it being cold. for the chamfering in this instance, and the cheat. Just run a file across it. That was fine for the outside end. I'll do all them operations in one go while we're set up. So now, turn the pieces round, and I need to get an approximate measurement of what sort of depth the shoulder's got to be, so I'll be back in a moment. Now, I've had a measure at the end dimensions there. There's what I'm sort of finding. The shoulder varies from about 450 to about 465 on the footrest, so it's obviously not very critical. So we'll get that that cut at that. We're reversed in the chuck now, so we'll just start by cleaning the end up there. Now we're on 450 diameter for 875 thou. So that I'll zero the arrow, switch off, I changed over to bloody inches. So I'm just doing this by hand because it's only a short cut. So I'm just trying to get the gauge and the length. Down to about there. on auto feed now. Size. $5.19, so 50.69 to come off. So there's a 20th output. Yep. 450 and a couple of tenths. So there's our diameter. It should, in theory, fit our plain portion. And it doesn't. Does on that one. Just about does on that one. It's a little bit tight. They're going to have to be individual to the footrest, I think. I'll take another couple of thou off that. Try that again. That's quite a tight one, that is. Said the actress to the bishop. Getting about 447 on there, so another thou. Better. So we'll do this footrest first. Now we need to get down to 437.5, 437ish for our 7/16 thread. So look at that, 437.45. So we're at the right size for the 7/16 diameter thread there. Again, as before, we'll put a little chamfer on there, just for starting our thread. Now I'll set up the tailstock die holder now, and back to you in a moment with that. There's the tailstock die holder in place. It's, for those who've not seen one before, just back that off. I've actually made a little start on that. It's a Morse taper end. This is an extension sleeve to give me some clearance away from the slide and get that out of the way, with the sliding part there with the handle on. And then here we've got, there's a die holder for the small dies there, then your normal 25mm dies, and then up, and then there's another holder as well in between those sizes for the four common die sizes, and that just slides and revolves on this plain shaft. In use, tend to get them fairly close there, lock the tailstock up. The power to the lathe is off, and I've got the headstock gear in between, so I've sort of on neutral, if you like. And then for threading, if you can see that clear enough, just about, slide the die stock, the die holder up there, and we turn the chuck, and at the same time turn our die holder. Now we can hold the chuck by the chuck key like that, or we can put a spanner on the jaws, or whatever our preferred way of threading is, and cut a thread onto it like that. And I've never done this operation under power. I've always done it manually. I've got the tooling out the way. The tooling's back here, so I've got nothing to catch my hand on. There. and that should give us a thread. What I may need to do is go a little bit deeper than that. Just gauge that thread length. That's out of the way. In fact, I look like I need to go quite a lot deeper than that. .296 and 1.5. Let's just try that in it. Well, I'm sort of getting there, so I'm going to keep going down with my my thread there. And I'm just not cutting oil over. I must get one of them spill-proof pots. So I'll move that up. I'm just going to take another little skim. I have to take a little bit more off there to get the thread to start, so I'm just going to take another little skim off there. Back in a moment. So there's a little bit more off the stop, just to get the tap going, the die going. Sorry. So for me, the most important aspect of this is to make sure that you can't in any way accidentally turn the power on. I find for small threads such as this, this is just fine as a method of doing this. I'll probably just go another half a thread on there, half a turn, and then I'll deburr it and get it out and show you the finished result. There's a bit closer shot of the cutting going on. Okay, got that out. What I'm going to do is, while it's in the lathe here, I'll clean it up, and I'm actually going to fit the footrest on in position here, because I've got a good hold of the shaft to start with. I'm going to clean them couple little bits off this footrest forging. And get a bit of thread lock on there. wind that on in place. That's got it. And that nearly knocked my oil over again, even though I moved it to the other side. And there we go. There's our other footrest in place, bar in place. So that can be painted up now, and I'm ready to go. So I'll do the same with the other two, and then I'll come back to you in a little while when they're ready. They're just about enough battery life to get this. The camera battery is nearly flat. There we go, job done. 3 shafts made, and that's the footrest complete. So thank you to all the new subscribers. We're growing steadily on the channel, and I'll see you next time. We've got a Y-pack magneto back plate bush to do. That's just there, ready and waiting. So on that episode, see you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Bye for now.